Our fourth reader is Rebecca Gomez Farrell. Rebecca Gomez Farrell's epic fantasy duology, Wings Unseen and Wings Unfurled, is published by Meerkat Press. Her shorter works have appeared nearly 40 times in magazines, websites, and anthologies, including Beneath Ceaseless Skies, It Calls from the Sky, Pulp Literature, and A Quiet Afternoon 1 and 2. Take it away, Rebecca.
Hi, everybody. Now that we have met, you may call me Becca. Just wanted to get that out there. So what I'm reading from today is Wings Unfurled, which is the sequel to my epic fantasy, Wings Unseen. What I'm giving away for my gift set is actually 2 signed print copies of both books. I'm going to send you Wings Unseen and Wings Unfurled signed, but that means that you have to wait until December 6th when Wings Unfurled comes out for me to be able to send the presents or the gifts to you. So just be aware of that. What I'm going to read from today is the prologue to Wings Unfurled. And I think the only sort of background information you need is that it is a much younger point of view than all of the main characters in the series. Young point of views are really fun to read, by the way. I hope you'll see that I'm having fun reading this one. So here we go. Okay, you can go, Daddy said. Izzy had been such a good girl for such a long time, sitting on that cold stone bench with the adults. Daddy gave her shoulder a squeeze and she dashed away with a delighted wee. At home, Mama sometimes let Izzy run around the garden for hours. The meadow here was similar, except droopy trees bordered it instead of hills. Izzy's boots slid like skis over the slick, wet grass. Maybe she'd run to the nearby village where her great-great-great-grandfather had been born, like Grammy said. Or was it great-great? Izzy couldn't remember. Running was so much fun. Don't let her out of your sight, Yvonne. Daddy sounded stern, but Izzy could tell the difference between his serious and poking fun voices. Yvonne, the son of Daddy's friend Rawl, was nice, but he'd have to catch her if he wanted to play too. Slow down, Izzy, or your father will kill me, Yvonne huffed from behind, but he was a big 9-year-old. He could catch up if he wanted. Izzy stuck out the tip of her tongue. Maybe she could taste the air like the Razzie people did, if they were her great-greats. Razzie wasn't really their name, but Izzy wasn't her name either, and everyone called her that anyway. Her tongue felt thick hanging out of her mouth, or maybe the air tasted thick. Like in the kitchen back home when Bar Jeffer baked bread rolls, Izzy wished she could have one of those now, with crunchy lemon sugar on top. Croak! What a funny noise. The swans in Grammy's pond sometimes honked so loud they made Izzy laugh. She dashed to the swamp forest, hoping to find the creature that made that sound. Out of nowhere, a rainbow fluttered past the tree trunks. Izzy's breath caught. Its colors were so much bolder than the ones in the sky. Whoa! Yvonne tumbled over her, landing in a patch of mud. Izzy wanted to laugh, but she knew better now that she was 4. So she put her hand out to help Yvonne up. A Lancerum always helps their enemies to their feet, she said, reciting one of her father's favorite sayings. Yvonne chuckled. I didn't know we were enemies, but thank you, Izzy. Looking down at his clothes, he scowled. Mama did the same when she couldn't find her pants and had to wear a dress. Yvonne sighed. I'll be right back, or someone else will, okay, Izzy? Don't go far. Okay, she said. How far could she go during a right back, she wondered. Yvonne took off toward her father and his important friends gathered around the table. From here, their big heads bobbed like the caterpillar's body. The rainbow waved again through the trees, its colors fanning out. Izzy giggled when she heard another funny call. Croak! She had to find it. She moved into the woods, following the sound until she couldn't anymore, because there were too many branches. But the rainbow appeared just ahead of her, then hopped away, and a cluster of leaves fell, blocking her view. She wanted to tell Daddy about it, but she couldn't see Daddy anywhere. Only trees with roots as tall as she was rising out of the soggy ground. Izzy scrambled up one and reached her hand out as far as she could. Maybe she could touch the rainbow. Plop! Izzy toppled into a shallow pond and heaved half a cry until she remembered how tough Mama was. So she fought away the ouch by rolling back onto her legs. Her clothes were so dirty, but unlike Yvonne, she didn't mind. Dirty was fun. Izzy scrambled over the roots, careful not to tangle her feet. The rainbow came into sharper focus. It was more like a mass of rainbows, glittery and dazzling as the wings of sparkling moths in the moon's light. Lancera had 4 whole moons. Mama had taught her a rhyme to remember them. Copper Tanzik in the sky, golden Oro likes to fly, black Onsic plays a game, silver Eschi casts my flame. The moons always glowed so strong, but these colors were brighter. Suddenly, so was everything else around her but the trees. Those turned pastel gray, like faded tapestries that had seen too much sun. Izzy's eyes widened. The sunlight pulsed with gold and silver and copper, the colors of the metallic threads Mama had laced through her special long tunics. The light shimmered and shifted around her, and a deeper color, a blue that made her feel cool and safe, hung like a haze in the air. Izzy smiled big, and the rainbows ruffled. They weren't floating after all, but feathers attached to something gigantic. Daddy called her name, but he sounded far away, as though yelling through a very long pipe. The rainbows danced, and Izzy reached for them, felt downy fluff softer than a baby bird. She took one more step, and then Wings Unfurled Chapter 1 begins. You can find out what happens next on December 6th. Thanks for having me.